I use my voice a lot as a synthesizer. In this one, we used it in this kind of like it ended up making a horn sound, but this is like a lot of my voice kind of pitched in different ways.
Do you have the untreated?
Yes, so if I... There you go, that's completely clean. Slightly chopped, but that's basically my voice. Well, this one started by a dear friend of ours who's now actually in the band and very much a part of the album process, a friend of ours called Pierre Daniel Forni. He sent us this video of a friend of his singing, which I'll show you, just singing in his garden.
So who is that?
So this is Tamarabi, who's this amazing writer who Daniel had made a bunch of music with, and sent me this video, and I was like, wow, kind of forgot about it. And then over Christmas last year, I kind of came back to it and just started reharmonizing and recontextualizing him.
I remember when you sent this to me, I live in New York, just for reference, so I was over there, and Hen sent me the kind of first iteration of this song, and I was like, kind of, my first thought was, wow, I really love how you've treated the vocal and how you've pitched it or whatever you've processed it with to make it sound like that. And he was like, no, that was kind of as raw as that video you've just seen now.
And, in the project, I've basically not treated the vocal at all.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Even the chop he does with his own voice, it just felt so amazing.
So, and then did you took the vocal, isolated from his keys?
Isolated from his keys, and then kind of recontextualized kind of reharmed the chords,
right?
To give them a bit more emotion and kind of, how I felt the song should feel. Yeah.
I guess we should hear that if you can.
Yeah, of course. So this is Tamarabi's vocal by itself.
Nobody gonna hug, kiss and caress me like you. I wasn't even looking, but you love it. Nobody ever did it like you.
Yeah, like those bits, I was like, I like those chops. And it was just him doing it.
But
he did it.
They did it live. That's great.
And even to the point of, on that is a slight bit of EQ, very, very, almost non-existent tuning, to be honest. Like, it's to give it a bit of gloss, but not like very, very, minimum amount. And then I just kind of recontextualize with the chords. So if you hear now, it just gives it this kind of different emotion to me. Kind of feels maybe what he intended, but could only play with one hand. Lou and I are always quite obsessed with drums. Like how, I don't know, if you listen to the mix of like the drums of Music Sounds Better With You by Stardust, or they have these like, we remember them as these massive drums that feel like these absolute, just world-class, huge drums, but often they're quite small and quite kind of, due to restrictions, kind of more restricted, like over-compressed or whatever. And so I think we often are trying to like find our maybe modern version of those, and this is quite a good example of that, I think, where we've layered like things, for instance, like you have, if I show you here, like quite minimal groove patterns, like, which kind of feels like kind of old house drums, but then you layering elements like this bell glass, which again is kind of giving that like early Michael Jackson demo-y feeling.
Yeah. And that is just a glass.
And that is just a glass,
We do a lot of sort of rings on glass. And
right.
Makes it into quite a few of
that is, I mean, it says, London Nautica School, because that's the recording. But so that's the idea is to kind of like, particularly in this, I wanted it to knock but not feel overpowering to the song.
Yeah, it was about giving the tam lots of space to just shine, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then Lou and I kind of chatted about this, like, there's a section coming up where you've had this beautiful song and you in the world and it try not to get in his way too much, and then we kind of give it a little more weight and it becomes a little like touching the there's like kind of subtle techno drums that come in that give it its weight when you land here. Yeah, so if you land here, and so in that you have these kind of different kicks.
We quite like doing that, I think, as well. If you start with a sample idea, suddenly it all comes out, and you enter into more of a drop kind of section. I think we do that in quite a few of our tunes, maybe.
Yeah, the contrasting.
Yeah, it's nice.
Did you know Tape Notes is an independent channel? Everything we do is funded by your support. We want to continue to bring bigger guests and new original content. So here are 3 ways to help us to do that. Patrons get access to our full archive of long-form videos. We're talking 2-hour conversations with the best artists and producers in the world. You also get entry into our amazing monthly giveaways, plus exclusive behind-the-scenes content and much more. YouTube members get access to ad-free episodes, exclusive content, and early access to everything before it goes public. Another great way to support us is by checking out our sponsor, Tape It, a recording app made for musicians by musicians. Download the app and get 20% off Tape It Pro using the code TAPENOTES. Tape Notes wouldn't exist without you, so thank you. And now, back to the episode. What else should we hear?
Yes. Okay. So else on this, there's a kind of, we tend to make a lot of call them like I use my voice a lot as a synthesizer. In this one, we used it in this kind of like it ended up making a horn sound, but this is like a lot of my voice kind of pitched in different ways. Where if you hear this, where I have kind of like, what have I got on this at the moment?
So that is Hen.
That is Hen, yeah. you're listening to Hen.
Do you have the untreated?
Yes. So if I take off
original,
this has quite a lot of madness on it, for probably too much for what it needs, but so that's me almost completely gone, with nothing else on it. There you go, that's completely clean. Slightly chopped, but that's basically my voice, and then I will add a series of kind of different tunings, and tend to use a lot on here as a combination of like Safari pedals and some Sound Toys stuff. We have Micro Shift, which I love. It's amazing kind of spreader. The Dirty Dog Safari plugin, just great distortion. Kind of automatically starts feeling just otherworldly. And then layering it again with like an octave.
Who needs all those analog synthesizers?
Exactly. Exactly.
Waste of time.
You've got your voice and a few plugins.
That's it. You're done.
Sorted.
Well, I think it kind of came from, I don't know, obviously sing a lot and do all these things, but like we would like be going through plugin sounds, and obviously you get fun ones, but we kept being like, what? No one can copy that. Like, no matter, we can do all the plugins or what, like having human voice to it. Yeah. There's this, it just can't be copied. So it's just a nice thing, even if we do end up making it sound like a horn or whatever, it's just a nice thing to have that feeling that it is uniquely ours.
Yeah.
And we do that basically on every record to some degree, like whether it's recreating a bass sound or in this case, a horn sound. But then once it's all put together, it kind of sounds like this. Which, is kind of trying to mimic a horn section, and you then get this kind of nice layer that's behind. It's kind of just feeling like the song's progressing and reaffirming the harmony.
And are those strings or
again, it's more. I think it's more. Oh, there's more synthesizer
right
in amongst it. You have like a high string. You have also there's this kind of live piano take that's kind of subtly in there. If you hear this in the last chorus, basically it's all balls to the wall and like it's the home run stage, which is again just recorded off a phone. And yes, you did hear a string. There's a kind of
It's like a pad kind of thing.
yeah, a silky string section on top.
But it's I mean, we've talked about having multiple dance genres in one tune. We've heard kind of techno, we've heard sub bass, and then there's some piano house, and a bit of disco with the strings.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
Yeah, and kind of deceive everyone. That's that you just had a nice time. But yeah, and then kind of by the end, you're having all these different kind of chops and variations of the sample. So this is kind of giving that kind of almost music sounds better with you, like the held like dink dink that you'd have in music sound better with you. You have this kind of vocal that's subconscious, I think, but it adds to the groove so much.
Yeah.
And I think that's often a point in our songs in general, but in music, of like the reason why we love putting so much into it is that you want all these subconscious things to be playing different parts of your brain, and you don't necessarily need to ever be aware of them, but they'll affect you. Like without it, suddenly the groove starts feeling a bit empty, starts not really feeling unique or whatever. It can start just being like, oh, that's just a nice house beat. Whereas the moment you start adding these little worlds and things, I think that's what makes you feel like this could be my favorite song ever. You know what I mean? Like the kind of atmospheres you put around them.